For decades, Jamaica was the weed capital of the world. It wasn't just a plant, it was our culture, our brand, and for many in rural Jamaica, it was their livelihood. In 2015, the government finally said yes. They decriminalized the herb and launched a legal medical marijuana industry. The promise was massive. We were told this was the green gold rush. We were told that legalization would unlock billions of dollars in GDP, create thousands of jobs, and finally decriminalize the Rastafarian community. They called it a new era of prosperity. But 7 years later, look around. Where is the prosperity? Where is the boom for the small man? While foreign corporations are raising millions on the stock market using the Jamaican brand, the traditional farmers, the ones who built this reputation with their blood and sweat, are being locked out. They are trapped behind a wall of red tape, impossible fees, and systemic exclusion. Today, we are uncovering the truth. We are investigating why the green gold turned into fool's gold for the Jamaican people. This is the story of the great cannabis betrayal. Do you remember the energy in 2015? The world was watching. Jamaica was supposed to be the pioneer. The projections were staggering. Economists were talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry that would fix our balance of payments and clear our national debt. The narrative was simple. We have the best soil, the best sun, and the best brand in the world. All we had to do was legalize it, and the money would flow into the pockets of the people. But that wealth never trickled down. Instead of a boom for the everyday Jamaican, we got a boutique industry for the elite. The reality is that while Jamaica was hesitating, other countries like Canada, the US, and even nations in Europe sprinted ahead. They built the infrastructure, they secured the patents, and they captured the market share. Meanwhile, Jamaica was stuck in pilot project mode. But the failure isn't just about being slow. It's about who the system was designed for. And when you look closely at the regulations, it becomes painfully clear. This system was never designed for the small farmer in St. Elizabeth. It was designed for the investor in a boardroom. Let's talk about the barrier to entry. If you want to grow legal cannabis in Jamaica today, you have to go through the Cannabis Licensing Authority, or the CLA. On paper, the CLA exists to regulate the industry. In practice, they have built a fortress that the average Jamaican cannot climb. Let's break down the costs. It's not just about paying a few $1,000s for a license. The regulations require you to have first-world security infrastructure on a third-world farm. We are talking about high-tensile fencing, 24-hour CCTV surveillance, vaulted storage, and security personnel. Experts estimate that just to prepare a single acre of land for legal cultivation, you need anywhere from 15 to 20 million Jamaican dollars in upfront capital. Let me ask you, how many traditional ganja farmers in Westmoreland have $20 million sitting in the bank? How many Rastafarian elders, who have been persecuted for 40 years, have access to that kind of venture capital? The answer is almost none. By setting the standards this high, the government effectively hung a sign on the industry door that says, "Rich people only." So, if the locals can't afford to play, who fills the void? Foreign capital. Walk into a high-end dispensary or look at the board of directors for the biggest licensed cultivators. You will see a lot of foreign faces and a lot of foreign money. Canadian firms, American investment groups, they saw the opportunity. They have the millions needed to build the fences and buy the cameras. This is what we call economic neo-colonialism. They are harvesting our brand. Jamaican cannabis is a trademark worth billions globally, but because we couldn't get our local farmers organized and funded, we are selling that brand for pennies on the dollar. The value isn't staying in the community, it's being extracted. The local farmer is reduced to a laborer on his own land, working for a wage instead of owning the crop. We have traded an illicit independence for a legal servitude. But the numbers don't tell the whole story. The real tragedy is human. For generations, ganja was the economic lifeline for rural communities. It sent children to school. It built houses. It put food on the table. Yes, it was illegal, but it was an economy. When legalization came, These farmers were told to come out of the shadows, but when they tried, they found the door locked. So what happens? They are forced back into the shadows. The illicit trade continues, not because these farmers want to break the law, but because the legal path is blocked.